So this is a fun game that I found called Find the Ghillie Sniper. So this guy dresses in a ghillie suit and then he hides in the forest and you have to find him. Obviously, the screen has to be rotated for this to work, but this is a great concept, especially to sell the effectiveness of his product. So you're trying to find him, right? And obviously he's so well hidden that you can't find him. That lets you know how good his ghillie suit is. It's like my suit is so good that you're going to try to find it in this video and you can't find it. That is a great way to market your product, but it's only half the equation. So for context, I've also done a similar style of this type of video. Find the target, view analytics, right? But what I did is I made it more, I'll say not more simple, but more gamified. We specialize in gamified content. So with this, there's instructions on what to do, just like he had, but then we have A, B, and C. And then we also have a score up here, 0 out of 5. So you can score a certain amount of points, and you can also kind of low key, you can kind of spoil the sequence in the so the sequence is B B A C A. That's what I go. I go to B and then B and then A and then C and then A. So these are kind of what you call comment columns, right? So it's like a group of comments that can be commented in a post. So one group of comments could be I scored 1 out of 5, I scored 2 out of 5. Another group of comments is like I scored 3 out of 5. Another group of comments is the sequence is like you said over here, B B A C A. Got you. I scored 5 out of 5. I scored 0 out of 5. I scored a perfect. This one got 57,000 views on TikTok alone. We don't specialize in military interactive content. We do mostly boxing interactive content, but we've done military, racing, and boxing, obviously, interactive content. But yeah, this is a great way for you to promote your product. Create a piece of interactive gamified content that displays the effectiveness of your product. And I'm not sure how much that specific video got, but clearly, right, 689,000, 30,000, 6,300. He's not really, vying for views. He's not really starving for views. He's getting plenty of attention and plenty of engagement, I'm sure. And he also has a link to his Amazon shop over here. Now we're going to go into what he's in a way missing, like the critical piece of content that could 2x or 3x his sales. So for us, we have a mobile app. It basically teaches you how to dodge punches, predict punches for boxing, right? And we have this video that did 1 million views, right? So this is also our interactive gamified content for our niche, boxing/MMA. But this video right here is what actually gets sales, downloads, etc. App for beginner boxers, how to dodge punches. So this is a re-upload of the original. So this video actually gets sales. It's basically an organic ad, right? You need to learn how to market. You need to learn how to basically convey the value of your product like a professional sales or marketer. Think like an Alex Hormozy in about like 30 seconds or less, which is pretty tough to do. But the thing is, it's much easier to do when you already have a pre-existing audience that's brought into like you as a brand, so that you don't really have to go force the product's features down the viewer's throat where you feel like you're basically begging them to buy, right? So for us, our tagline is pretty simple. Don't let a knockout be your wake-up call, right? Because the app is all about dodging punches in boxing or teaching you how to do that. And then the headline for the algorithm, because the algorithm reads your content, right? So app for beginners, how to dodge punches. So obviously, if you don't know, your phone is listening to you. So people are having conversation like, hey, I'm a beginner boxer, and I'm trying to learn how to get better at dodging punches. I'm worried about getting punched in the face. The algorithm won't do it immediately, but eventually a piece of content like this will show up because, our phones are listening to us another day. So that's kind of another kind of marketing angle you want to think about it. It's just like, what is my ideal consumer? What is the conversation that they're having? And how does it sound? How can our app, our content intersect that conversation? I'm trying to learn how to dodge punches. I'm a beginner. What do I do here, right? App for beginner boxers, how to dodge punches. Don't let it knock up your wake-up call. If you're a beginner, if you want to dodge automatically, if you want to move on instinct, if you're tired of being the punching bag and sparring, then this is for you, right? But the problem is you can't spam this kind of content. You can't do this kind of content because then your whole page becomes an ad. You need a combination of this kind of content, the fun, interactive content, and this kind of content this sales optimized content that gets sales and actually converts viewers into paying customers or paying users, etc. Right? And this kind of content, compared with the other one, actually got us to the point where we're getting pre-orders for our app. People are paying for a pre-order before they even download the app. A lot of people, they put their app on the app store. I mean, everybody does it. They put the app on the app store, and then the person decides to pay, through going through the onboarding system or whatever, right? But with us, people are paying, like they click pay, and then they get a link to download the app, right? So that's what we're able to do what you're able to do when you're able to kind of combine interactive content with sales content. So you use this one to build a brand, to build a following, to build an audience, to basically grab unique content IP and get first mover advantage on unique content IP. And then when you have your brand or your audience, you sell them with this kind of content. But if you only do this kind of content, it's not that you won't get sales, but it's just like no one's going to follow you because this is all you're going to show them. And they don't want to be reminded constantly. It's like, okay, I got it. You have this product. But they will absolutely do this because they get to participate with the content. They get to feel like they're part of the journey. They get to feel, not the journey, but they get to feel like they're part of the video, right? Like they're really like, this is a kind of video where you can get 200% watch time. They'll watch it once and then they'll watch it again, right? That's this kind of video. But this kind of video is just kind of like, okay, cool, nice that we know this thing is out there. Scroll, maybe I'll come back to it later or I'll save it. But this video gets us way more downloads and users and buyers, etc., right, than the other one, even though this one only has 250,000 views and the other one has 1 million views. We're talking about for us, like for our brand. We have 1 million views on other videos. The more interactive content, like right here, this one has 1 million views, but it didn't get nearly as many downloads and users and pre-orders as this other video that I just showed you, right? Now, moving on to another piece of interactive content. So this is basically a reflex test. So this is doing great, by the way, right? So what you do with this one reflex test is you have to click the button as soon as it goes green. So we'll play it real quick to test your reflexes. So we're going to go. We're going to wait for it. All right, so I got 26. Not bad, right? So I got 26. People are going to be commenting their scores. So what we were saying earlier with comment columns, it's just like the potential number or types of comments, like comment, I got 1, I got 5, I got 10, I got 25, I got 30. So they have over possibly 100 plus comment columns, right? That they could put in this video. So 100 different types of comments that they could go in this video. So this guy, I got 3, which is a lie. No way you got 3. 37, 23, 1 and 6, 3%. 6, 9. So any number between 1 and 100. So they literally have 100 comment columns that they could use for their that they could expect to get from this video. So this is a reflex test. It's a piece of interactive content, and this is content that gets 200, 300, or 400% watch time, because obviously I'm not going to score 3 like this guy stud over here on his first try. I want to come back and play this again and again and again and again. And this is what a lot of your content is missing. Nobody wants to watch your video more than once, let alone once, right? They don't even want to see it. Like, they scroll right past it. But with this one, it's like it challenges the viewer. Like, how good are your reflexes? We do ones on our stuff where it's like, are you a natural boxer? Are you a natural fighter? Right? Like, how good are you at XYZ? Let's test it out. That makes people stay. That makes people want to be a part of the content and be part of the community. This is basically like a Call of Duty lobby. Like, people are sharing comments. People are just commenting their score. They're replying to each other. Not so much this one, I guess. It's just kind of commenting the score and moving on. But with ours, definitely, like, people are making jokes. They're cracking jokes. They're like with this one, like, it's crazy. They're like, great, parried all of them. I guess I should stay on the right. I ate the whole combo, parried all that. This one has 5,800 likes. I got absolutely pieced up. So we're building like community in this comment section, right? 41,000 likes, 1 million views, like as we said before. Now we're going to go into one that is a brand, a mobile app that is extremely compatible with gamified content. This is called Get Parrot, the #1 app to speak Spanish fast, scroll videos, get fluent, etc. So I'm guessing it's a language learning app like Duolingo. So the kind of content that I would be putting for these guys, let's just check out a couple of videos. This was a message to Duolingo, right? They're just kind of copying. This was like a popular trend that was going on a couple months ago, right? So the truth behind you, we interviewed 186 Duolingo viewers just to see if they actually learn language through Duolingo. So this is kind of interview like directly challenging their top competitor, right? Here's another one. Match day, Spain versus Saudi Arabia, right? Let's go through this. Another one. So this is kind of personal brand slash consumer content, right? Not personal brand, personal brand slash commercial content, like business content. Like we're obviously seeing a lot of. I'm assuming this is one of the founders right here, and they're obviously like the head of the brand, the face of the brand, as opposed to Duolingo, where it's just like the parrot, right? So this is good. This is not bad at all. But if I were them, I would say test your Spanish. Do you know this word? Do you know that word? How do you pronounce this? And I would give them multiple options, just like we have in this video, like A, B, C, or A, B, C, and D. Which one is the correct option? Which one is the correct answer, et cetera, et cetera. And I would, like I said, I would gamify it. I would have a score up here. I would have options down here. And the important way to do gamified content correctly is like the space between each question or each challenge, etc., needs to be very short. So, for example, with this piece of content, like how to predict punches, let me see if I can go here and speed it up. Okay, so with this one, for the scoring mechanism, the space, the time between each score, each point being scored needs to be precise. It's not super short because then the person won't be able to react in time, right? And it's not super long or else they'll click off the video, right? So it has to be very precise. Like there's almost like a science, a ratio, a mathematic formula to get it where it's just like every X second is when the next point or the next point can be earned, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a science behind that takes a long time to learn. It takes a lot of practice, right? But with these guys, hold on. I'm just going all over the place. With these guys, they could just get a leg up on Duolingo by simply applying gamified content at all. Like just turn your content into the product itself before people even download the app. So that's a critical thing that you can understand with your mobile app, where it's just like, if you wanna pause. Sorry, picking back up. So this is how you basically can differentiate yourself from your competition. Basically, by grabbing a unique content IP, because you get first mover advantage on the marketing front, where you're creating a kind of content that no one has ever seen before in your niche, that makes people want to buy from you and you specifically because you entertain them in a unique way. And if anyone ever tries to replicate you, then that's what they'll be. They'll be like, oh, they're parrot copycats. They're trying to do what this other brand did, right? So I just want to jump in this quick little video and kind of offer you guys that little perspective. If you're having trouble marketing your mobile app, try interactive gamified content. Display how powerful your product is through basically creating trials and obstacles that people have to overcome. Like one more time with this guy. His ghillie suit is so good that you can't find him in a video. That's how good his product is, right? And or you could go the other way, where it's just like punches are being thrown at you so fast in this video. Not so fast, but you're getting caught with so many punches that you can't help but wonder, okay, you have an app to help us dodge punches? Let's see what this is all about, right? So don't just do marketing, videos that are just like, here's what we do, here's our top 3 features, here's why you should do us, and here's why you should pick us over the competitor. Don't give your competitor any clout, because you're just establishing that like we are here and they are there. There's power in being the underdog, but you have to be very strategic about being the underdog. You kind of want to be like the underdog, the genius underdog that nobody realizes is better than the mainstream guy just yet. You know what I mean? These guys could be obviously better than Duolingo, but we'll never really know, because they're not really getting their face out there, and they're kind of just like, yeah, well, this is what Duolingo has, but this is why we're better. Instead of just, it's more of a show, don't tell. That's what a lot of social media is. Show, don't tell. Like, don't say it, don't spray it, just show it. Right? Don't try to compete with anybody else. Don't try to do it. Just become a one of one. Become unique in your space. so that nobody can bother you. Create the game, create the atmosphere, and become the king of the game, right? Gamified content is the easiest, most simplest way to go about doing that. And again, if this is still isn't making any sense, it might be because your brand or your mobile app isn't compatible with gamified content, because you're not necessarily teaching something or training something. Like Get Parrot is teaching you how to learn, is teaching you Spanish. Our app teaches you how to dodge punches. There are apps that teach you finance. There's apps that teach you coding. There's apps that teach you cybersecurity. So if you're not learning something, then if the app isn't teaching something, then it might make it a little hard to, do that. So just want to jump in with this quick video and kind of offer that perspective. If you guys need help marketing your app, just comment or DM us on Instagram and we'll do a free social media audit. And if your app is compatible with gamified interactive content strategies, then we'll discuss further. But if not, obviously not, we'll try to offer you as much free advice as possible. Other than that, thank you guys for watching the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.